Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play Factorio on the black market. And look at this right here. We have radar. What are we at? Episode 18, 19, something like that. And I finally put some radar down. It's about time I got to that. I've been extremely lax on some of the things in this playthrough. I will openly admit that, which is kind of weird because I've got a lot of new viewers. A lot of you guys are brand new, and you got your first little taste of me playing Factorio through this series. I apologize. I know how to play the game. I promise. I do. I've got some older ones. I guess that's just the way that it works. Anyway, yeah, we got a lot of new viewers on this series, and welcome. I do appreciate that. There've been a lot of comments and things like that, and I want to take an episode just to kind of address some of those because I've always been kind of bad at answering comments. I generally do try to answer them as much as I can. I'm generally bad at it. And since I've been getting so many lately, I'm getting worse at it. So we're gonna do that in this episode. I've kind of summarized. I'm probably not gonna do everyone, but if they're really, really good points, or if they've come up a lot, I thought I would go ahead and hit on those. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll get that intro rolled. Hopefully, the volume down on it just a little bit for you guys out there, and we'll get moving on here. All right, so first thing, a couple of you, thank you for pointing it out. I don't know what I was thinking with these nuclear processing numbers. It wasn't. I started doing the math right and then just totally failed halfway through. I just gave up halfway through, and the number came out completely wrong. And I overfixed it in between episodes, and I think I've got the numbers right now. These guys take 10 seconds to make. Their thing, but the thing is we've got a crafting speed of 0.75, so that gives us basically 12.5 seconds roughly to make one of these guys. They use 10 uranium every 12.5 seconds. So the number of that is it's actually using 13.6 is what that comes out to every one of these cycles, every period of every Factorio hour. So every day, that would mean one of these machines would take 326.4, and I left it at that number as the thing I initially populated. I should have multiplied that by the number of machines, which is a little bit over 2,500, and since I doubled that, it's going to be a little bit over 5,000, and 50 to 30, it's a little bit over. I put a little bit of a buffer in there, but that's working out without a lot of excess right now and working out much better. So yes, thank you for pointing that out. I done goofed on the math. Math is hard. Math is really hard. All right, so, yeah, I wanted to, a lot of people have asked about some of the mods in the series, and I know I've mentioned them a couple of times, but, you know, not everybody watches every single episode, so in case you're watching this one, this mod right here, it's called Even Distribution, and what you do is you, place your item, you hit Control and just drag stuff along here, and it makes all of those, that basically highlights all the furnaces or factories or whatever it is you're putting stuff in. And then it takes the amount you have in your inventory and evenly distributes them across every single one of those. And it's a pretty wonderful mod. It took me a long time to do it because it looked like it was really only useful during the burner phase. But one thing I found out through my last playthrough, where I was using a lot of like Vanilla Plus, helper mods, things like that, it's that I was using it all the time. So it's one of those that I kept on into this series. It's a good mod. It's called Even Distribution. I have a mod list up there in the description, and it is definitely listed on there. The other one I have been using a bit that some people have asked about is this one, which I'm basically just putting my mouse over this. It's a mod called Ghost Placer. And what it does is you can just, you know, put down a blueprint, and if you have the item in your inventory, if you put your cursor over it, it'll go ahead and place it down. You don't have to click it or anything like that. There's another variation that I'd used before. One of the viewers on the channel actually made this mod on Hot. That you go through and you actually click, and I thought that'd be a little bit more balanced or something like that. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but no, this is the Ghost Placer Express, which allows you to just mouse over it, and it's extremely handy for doing blueprints like this in the beginning. If you've not seen my mall design, yeah, that one is really fun before you have robots. I can't wait to use this this mod whenever I'm laying that out next time. It'll be fantastic. And another mod is this one right here. It's called Blueprint Shortcuts, I think. It's a really cool mod. It gives you a copy button, basically. I can do Control-C, and it just gives me a temporary blueprint for copying. I could do Control-X. It gives me a regular blueprint. Control-Z gives me a deconstruction planner, and Control-A gives me a deconstruction planner with the trees, and it's fantastic. It's a really, really good mod. This is, as I understand it, going to be vanilla behavior in the next in the .17. There's going to be I'm hoping shortcut keys for doing a copy paste, which is going to be fantastic. This is my absolute favorite mod of all time, the blueprint shortcuts. Especially later in the game, whenever you're doing mega base stuff and doing a lot of blueprint stuff with a lot of robots, it's extremely handy. But it's by far my favorite, and I can't wait to get it back into the vanilla version. I think it's going to be fantastic. And I think that does it for most of the mods that I have installed that people have asked about. I have a mod list of the ones that I use. It's not the same from the last series I did that was, you know, I put a mod in every episode. It was only my favorites and kind of vanilla ones. Vanilla plus ones, I would say. Very, very much quality of life mods. So yeah, the nuclear fuel, the mods that we've gone on. Oh, I wanted to mention as well, because some people have had some problems running this with the starting chest and stuff like that. There's a mod, the Black Market mod, and there's also a user scenario. And what it sounds like to me is that some of you were downloading the mod and weren't getting it everything. There's actually 2 links in the description. One goes to the user scenario. You have to actually unpack that into your scenarios folder in Factorio. And whenever you run it, you have to start a new scenario as opposed to starting a new game. I think that's where some of the confusion might have come in. But yeah, if you're wanting to do that and you've tried it and it never worked out, it didn't start you out with the buy and sell chests and you had resources on your map or whatever, you actually have to download that user scenario. That's the key part you were missing, and I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear in the first video, or clear enough, I should say. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, what else are we missing here? What are some of the other items I have on my list? Oh yeah, these are blue circuits. They're not purple. Blue. Just kidding. I know it's a little bit of a heated topic there. I've just always called them blue circuits, so that's what I'm going to continue to call them, because blue. Anyhow, it's kind of the dress thing, you know? It's sort of like that, I guess. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I had an episode where I kind of went off all on balancers, lane balancers in particular, and I put these in some places. A lot of people had mentioned that there's a better way to do this balancer, and what I'm assuming you're talking about is this contraption right here, which takes up a lot less space and looks a little bit neater, doesn't have all the undergrounds and the weird shenanigans and goings on that this one has right here. Yeah, I knew about that, but I just want to point out that it doesn't do the same thing. And just to give you an idea what I'm talking about here, take a look right here. We got the same situation here. It's a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. We've got all the inserters pulling off of one side of the belt. Same thing going on over here. That's the issue that you can run into that causes these things down here on the line, where you only have one lane. That's what causes it. At least in this case, that is what causes it. For the most part, is inserters pulling off of one side of the line. And if you take a look down here at this input coming in, you can see the left lane is the only one moving right now. Or at least it's moving a lot faster than the other one. It's balancing the lane, quote unquote. It's keeping it full, but it's not pulling evenly. It's outputting evenly, but it's not pulling evenly. Whereas if you take a look at this one, same situation, but it's pulling equal sides on the left and right. And pushing out equal sides on the left and right. So that's why this one is better than this one. Or it serves a different purpose, right? It serves a different purpose. Now, can we use this to fix that problem? Yes, we can. If we were to put these down here where this problem is on the bus, that would take care of it as well. We just have to move it after the pull instead of before the pull. But this doesn't fix the problem because it pulls unevenly, which is what's causing that. Where this one actually does correct that. Now, my bus still looks horrible because I haven't been keeping up on that. Because life's too short to worry about lane balancing. Something I'm going to think about. Now, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, actually, it's probably this gear factory right here that's causing all of this one-laned madness. But actually, lane balancing is fixing the symptom of a problem. The actual problem is that I'm pulling off of one side of the belt. So the more optimal solution would be to do something like this up here, where you're pulling evenly off of both sides of the belt. You have your factories configured in such a way where the input never comes in unevenly. So if we take a look here in the middle, you can see these outside lanes. One side, the right side is going really fast here, left side's going really fast here, and the middle's going at about the same pace. That keeps your lanes balanced if you pull them off both sides. Don't do this. Don't do this right here. So yeah, I wanted to point that out. These are actually different in the way that they operate and what they occur. Really, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. If you're running into a problem with lane balancing, you have a bigger issue that you need to deal with. But just wanted to point that out. The other thing, the last thing I wanted to bring up that's come up definitely a lot is that I'm not buying and selling enough, and I'm not selling Steam, which apparently is overpowered. And I just want to check that out. Let's just see, right? Everybody has been saying how overpowered Steam is, and I'm not playing the mod correctly or what have you, because I'm not selling Steam, and it was an intentional decision on my part to not sell Steam. Let's see, how do we want to do this? All right, sorry about that little time bump there. I got all the way down here and then realized that I had boilers, but I didn't have any belt or inserters. Just wanted to go ahead and get that fixed. Let's see, let's go ahead and set up this as a blueprint. You guys will have inserters. Can we do a single power pole there and get you guys situated? I believe that will work. We want to do pipes on the outside, like that. And I think that's going to work. Will the power poles stretch this far? I believe they will. So let's see. There. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Is that it? Don't think we need that. All right, get all this placed down here via the Ghost Placer Express. Yeah, I mean, it's good mod. Very, very good. in honesty, it's one of the reasons why I haven't fretted too much about robots in this playthrough. It definitely has been a consideration in my mind. That maybe it's a little bit powerful, but I wouldn't do this, you know, if we were getting into serious manufacturing. Making big things. Like in the last series when I was doing Mega Base stuff, I wouldn't use this mod for that, definitely. There comes a place. It's not like nanobots. I haven't really played much with nanobots, but from what I've observed with nanobots, it looks like it can easily take the place of regular robots. Oh, that's already hooked up. Oh, I'm seeing the fuel thing, not the power thing. Okay, this should all be fine. Let's see, am I doing 2 there? Looks like it. Guess we can go ahead and do that. This is going to be 2 yellow belts coming together. That equals a red belt, so we don't need to do too much messing around here. I do want to pull these chests up and replace them, though, because the blueprint seems a little bit odd. We will do 2,500 there, and somebody had mentioned that it makes these chests link when you do that. Let's just see if that means what I think it means. So that's 2,500. That's 2,500. So if I change this to 2,000. 2,000. Look at that. Huh. That's actually really cool. Can I go the other way as well? I can. That's actually really handy, but something you definitely want to know about. You don't want to find out about that the hard way. Very cool, though. Very cool. Okay, let's see. Let's do that. Let's see, I don't think... And that's in line. You, however, are not. That's okay. That's all good to go. Okay, and then we just wait for that. Let's see. I bought some trading tanks Mark III. Now my thought was that we do something like this and run a pump off of that going that way, just to try to maximize the throughput here. And I don't know that I've ever actually casually observed just... Is that a buy? It's a buy. Mark III buy. Mark III sell. Pump. Mark III sell. All right, and I don't even know. I haven't run any numbers. Mark III sell 200K? Is that right? 200K. Storage volume. 200K. All right. So it's 200, 100, and then 25. All right. Those ratios don't jump up very much. All right. So I guess we'll just leave that there. One thing we may do. Let's see. 10. So this would be halfway. Let's put some more pumps. Like halfway through. Just to push it through as fast as we can. All right, and here comes that coal. faster, you. Guys are costing me money. Go. That's making it all the way to the end. Keeping that steam pumped out. Very nice. $39K, $40K. What is Steam again? Didn't seem like it was that much. 99. Okay, that seems like a lot. So, wow. Okay. That's going to be a lot of money. Going to be a whole lot of money. Is that tank going to fill up? This chest going to empty out. Some more Mark II chests. I guess we could throw up there just as an extra buffer. Actually, I'd rather have that going out to the side. Hindsight being 2020. I mean, that's like 10 million bucks right there, right? Wow. Yeah, that's a little bit on the overpowered side. I'm not lying there. But that gives us money though. And money's good. Money that I want to use instead of setting up manufacturing for all of the individual rocket components. I just want to buy that, cuz right, we need it's 100, right? If I'm not mistaken. Let's see, we need 10 each to make one rocket part, and then we need 100 rocket parts, right? Unless you use productivity modules, which probably going to be huge. So yeah, we definitely want to do that. So that's a lot. And if we buy all that stuff, it's going to be super expensive. But with what I'm looking at right here, I'm not too concerned about it much anymore. At Steam, I mean, people were saying like 50 for Steam. Our Steam. I'm getting 99. I guess it's probably because I haven't sold Steam. I know that it'll get much cheaper over time. But yeah, well, that'll be interesting. We'll see how much money we get. It's gonna be a lot, but I bet we have a way to spend it. So I will see you in the next episode. Ended on a cliffhanger here. How much money is Kitch gonna get? Oh boy. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time where we're going to launch a rocket. Have a good one. All right, so there's a full 2 rows of boilers. Do I not have any inserters? I don't have any inserters. Let's get working on that. I should have grabbed gears off the line, and I ran out of red belt too. Boy, Kitch, you're just really prepared. Do I not have any pipes either? Of course not. Why would I have pipes?